Once again I have brought for you a great movie named The Jungle Bunch 2. The movie starts with some heroes of the jungle. These are the heroes who immediately reach for help. These include Maurice Jr., Gilbert, Patricia and finally Miguel. We see them presenting their work in front of the children where everyone is feeling proud of Gilbert's hard work, but at the same time Ali, Bob and his friends are not happy with his drawing. They say that it is too small. Then the show is over and the boys are sent to sleep. The boys think that the heroes of the jungle are very great. At night, when the boys sleep, Junior talks to Patricia and Gilbert and asks Maurice when he will get a girlfriend. Maurice says that he does not have time for all this because he is a hero. Now they are just going to rest. Meanwhile, we see that some small things are passing through the jungle and pink dust is falling everywhere. In the morning, a man tells these people that something strange is happening because when he throws water, it bursts. He wants to show it to everyone, but the rest of the people think that he is joking when Gilbert comes to know about pink dust, and he tells that he had earlier seen a scientist Albert who used this pink powder. Gilbert shows that the powder can explode with a little liquid. Meanwhile, the others also set some examples unknowingly, but the biggest problem is that they come to know that when the rain comes, the whole forest will disappear. Then Gilbert tells that it has been a long time since Albert, but he knows someone who might know about it, Camilla, who is Albert's daughter. On the other hand, we come to know about the mastermind who is getting everything done, and he is known as Boss. He tells Yuri and Coco that now only a few days are left when the rain will come. He instructs them that the people of the forest should not recognize him. Meanwhile, the heroes of the jungle are on the way and believe that they will reach Camilla on time. On the other hand, Camilla is traveling on the snowy ground, and then Boss's people intercept the air balloon, due to which they have to lighten their weight. Then suddenly a big balloon appears in the balloon. The plane crashes and they have to make an emergency landing. Camilla finds a sacred amulet and picks it up unnoticed, which awakens a creature. The villains try to capture her, but she fights them off and impresses the jungle heroes with her skills. Maurice instantly takes a liking to her and learns that Camilla's goal is to save the rabbit town from the thieves who stole the amulet. She explains her situation to them and says that she hasn't seen her father in a long time. They decide to help her and begin their journey. Boss henchmen start laying a trap. Alib senses the danger and tries to intervene but arrives just in time. However, their voices inadvertently cause an avalanche, forcing them to flee. Maurice gets stuck on an ice floe. Meanwhile, the kidnappers report the events and Maurice suggests that it can be used to find Hubert quickly. He watches Scylla quietly. Natasha and the rest of the heroes leave the jungle. Days pass, but the boys are unable to come to any conclusion. They realize that the snow is melting. Just then the henchmen report that they are seeing land nearby and say, Albert shows a short film on a loop to distract the guardians. They all manage to escape the infiltrator, but a dog finds them. Junior quickly tackles him, and then they all quickly gather the ingredients. The villagers watch a ritual while Miguel is impressed by the things. Albert throws a ball with a guitar while the boy tries to find a way out, but the ball lands near Miguel and the dog sees it, which sets off the alarm. A chase begins just like in Pac-Man, but they somehow manage to escape. Gilbert's short film trap works on the other villagers as well, which allows the boys to escape safely. They realize that they won't be able to reach the jungle in time because it's on the other side of the world. Albert then tells them that he has built an elevator that crosses the entire earth. They quickly head towards the elevator, but on the way the dry men steal the serum. Luckily they manage to catch the dry men, and they tell the truth that they work for a boss named Henry. Ali and Bob were right that they were being followed. They reach the elevator and start to get off, but the elevator is going too slow. Miguel puts it on turbo mode and in a moment they reach their destination, but more challenges await them. Maybe they can find bananas there. Miguel orders them to go at full speed, but they reach a large desert where after walking for some distance they find some palm trees. Sadly, the henchmen have mixed something in the little water that was left. Ali and Bob realize this and quickly inform the others. The henchmen had forgotten to fill their water, so they put the antidote in the water and fill their bottles, but they cannot put the poison back in as they realize that the heroes have arrived. Ali tries to explain everything to them, but it seems that no one listens to him and he is ignored. Meanwhile, Camilla finds a message from her father which tells that he has been going from one place to another. She continues her journey, always following the henchmen. The boys follow the directions and encounter a panda. The panda was powerful, but Maurice manages to hit it, and it turns out it was a bamboo robot. Camilla does the finishing blow and defeats it. They realize that the robot belonged to Albert. Albert was more busy improving his robot than recognizing his daughter. He invites them to his house. Meanwhile, the boss has many workers and a beaver seems to come out of a trance, but the boss quickly puts him back to work. Now Camilla reaches her father and recognizes her after looking at her carefully. A memory from his past tells him that his inventions, especially the pink powder, influenced him a lot. Albert destroyed all his inventions and left because he was unable to face the consequences. Albert thinks he is capable of taking care of Camilla, so he tells her about the events happening in the forest and says that Elua Rose can be an antidote for Adu, but for this, it will cost him a lot. They work on making such ingredients and the leftover rennet is what they need, but alas, the villagers are not very friendly and have very powerful guardians. Fortunately, Gilbert has a mechanism. Albert says it seems there is no way out, while Alva remembers that he didn't finish his project and now everyone thinks everything is lost. Kakko somehow manages to escape and tells Henry everything. Henry is now just waiting for the rain. Meanwhile, Maurice finally decides to tell Camilla what's in his heart, but his friends tell him that it seems like Camilla doesn't feel the same way. Maurice believes they are right but still decides to try and goes to Camilla and tells her what's in his heart and is surprised to find out that Camilla also felt the same way since the first time she saw him, but she often thought that she had no interest in Maurice. Albert thinks that Maurice and Camilla are a good couple. At the same time, Miguel realizes that the jungle will not survive and then there will be no bananas left, so he decides that now he has to do something. The boys reach a lab and Albert starts making his antidote. In a short while, they are ready and at Henry's hideout. They prepare to break in. They discover that Henry has beavers making tents, but they are soon caught and surrounded. Henry reveals his plan, saying that he will destroy the entire forest so that he can sell his tents to everyone. Albert is confused as to how Henry recreated his invention, since he clearly remembers destroying it. Henry confesses that he saw Albert's show one day and tried to steal his formula bottle, but Camilla found it and destroyed it. Meanwhile, Camilla got pink dust on her hand, which she tried to wash off and lost her hand. Henry then reveals that he was Gilbert's slave, the smartest of all, who helped him recreate the formula and win a prize without knowing what he had made. Maurice says that Henry will not get his win so soon, and a fight ensues. Outside, they realize that it is raining and Natasha wants everyone to get out. While Albert puts the antidote in Henry's container, a giant beaver appears and causes trouble. Maurice and Camille work together to defeat it while the others fill the plains with the formula. Henry closes the doors and tries to hold them off, but some of the beavers that have come out of their trance destroy Henry's staff. Maurice and Camille work together to defeat the mega beaver while Gilbert finds a way to open the doors. The animals think the forest is doomed, but then they see the plains coming, spreading the antidote and saving the forest, thus saving their home. The boys have fun in the forest while Miguel cooks food with the things he stole. Maurice and Camille finally have time for each other. At the end of the film, the credits roll and all the characters comment on their story, explaining how they helped the jungle residents all over the world, faced an avalanche, defeated a robot panda, pushed an ice boat, and Henry and his mega beaver. After defeating him, he jokingly says that he saved the forest himself. So this is where our lovely video ends. See you in the next video with such an awesome explanation, and until then please excuse me, Namaskar.